Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. It is Zach's birthday week. He turns 11 on Thursday, so I need to start getting things in order. Starting with actually setting up his phone. So I showed you guys in my last vlog the phone that I got him the iPhone XS. So I need to plug it on charge and pop his iCloud in and stuff and get it all set up. I'm going to just put it in its case and then probably put it back in the back market box and wrap that up and give it to him on his birthday. I explained a little bit about kind of what we've got planned for this week, but it's going to be quite a nice full week really. Zach has a school trip on Wednesday, so that'll be really nice for him. They have kickboxing today and Wednesday. That's in the evening. Thursday's his actual birthday, so we're ordering a takeaway for him. I need to make his cake this week. I've got some really nice meals planned for this week, so I went through my cookbooks last week and picked some things out that I could make. So I'm excited to cook this week, which is nice because normally we go for the same food over and over again and it's usually, you know, quick, easy, convenient meals. So I am looking forward to doing a bit of cooking this week. And then Saturday we have a nice day planned. I think we're going to pop into town, go and see the market. I need to get a key cut and I plan to book the boys into laser tag because that is something Zach really wanted to do for his birthday. So quite a nice week plan really, and I'm looking forward to it. First things first though, let's get this on charge and then I can set it up. Excuse my bed, by the way. Washed the bed in today, so that is all hanging on the line. So yeah, that is this morning's plan. I popped to the post office first thing to return something. I ordered some wine glasses on Amazon and it was a particular style that I wanted. So I ordered them and they cost me £20, but I figured they're around that price, so it wasn't too expensive. And then they came and they were plastic, so returned them to save myself £20. And then Josh actually went and found a set of 4 in Matalan that were glass for £6.50. So yeah, returned the plastic glasses. I need to pop to the doctor's surgery tomorrow to pick up Avery's prescriptions. That's all going through now, that is fine. And Josh is calling me. So here is the phone all in its case, ready to go. I have just popped a little picture of Zach and Avery on the front, which I think is really cute, and I've put all the apps that he'll need on it and phone numbers and whatnot, so it's all ready to go. So I am going to turn it off and pop it in this box, wrap it up, ready to go. Zach's actually just had a parcel through as well, which I assume is from his dad. He's got a bunch of gifts and a card in here. So I'm going to pop all of those bits into a gift bag, and then one of the gifts that my mum has sent over has come. She's just asked me to wrap them when they get here. This is a head guard. She has also ordered him some boxing gloves. Those are for kickboxing. So I need to wrap the gloves up when they come, but I can wrap that up now and get it in a gift bag. And then I can try and keep all of the gifts separate. I just thought to myself though, I'm probably going to need a big gift bag for the gifts my mum has bought him, should I say. So I'm going to get all this stuff wrapped up, put into gift bags, and then I can put it away then until Thursday. Dinner was nice. I followed a Mary Berry recipe, good old Mary Berry. I do like her recipes, I think because they're quite traditional, although dinner tonight is definitely not a good one if you're on a diet. There was a lot of fat in that meal. Would I do it again? I would make it again, but I'd make it my own way. It was paprika chicken supreme, or chicken supreme. I don't think I would make it with paprika. I think I would go for maybe garlic. The paprika kind of gave it a different, almost like it belonged with something different, but then the thought of it should have been with mash, which is what we did it with. But the paprika gave it a little bit of like a Spanish flair, which I feel like maybe would have been better with rice. So I'd probably make it with like garlic or something, but it was nice anyway. Josh is out now with the boys at kickboxing. I decided to stay home with Avery, and I realised today that I'd neglected to share some very important information. Our new TV is here. It came yesterday. I say our, I mean Avery's, because realistically it's Avery's TV. Anyway, there she is in all her glory. So this is an LG and it is a 65 inch. I don't think it's quite as high spec as our smaller LG TV. Josh did a lot of research into that one. But we figured the person that's going to be watching this TV mostly is Avery, and I don't think she's quite as picky as Josh is with all of the specs and, you know, the ultra high definition pixels, and I don't know what any of it means. Josh does, but yeah, this one's not quite as high spec, but still pretty decent. I think it completes the room much better now. It takes up much more of that wall. Before I kind of felt like that wall looked a little bit bare, whereas now it takes up most of it. So I like that much better. The TV that was downstairs is now in our bedroom, and again I think it suits the space really nicely. The TV looks much smaller up here. I don't know why, it felt bigger downstairs, but this one is higher spec, better picture quality, better sound quality, and Josh plays his Xbox up here, so really that's kind of why he bought this TV in the first place. That's why he did so much research into it. But then, as you all know, Avery kind of steals the TV in the living room, so Josh never actually got to play his Xbox on this TV, so he's quite excited to have it. And then our TV is now in the boys' room, so the boys are quite pleased to have a bigger TV. The only annoying thing is it covers that picture, but oh well. And then the boys' TV is now in little Madam's room. Not too sure if it is going to stay there precisely, but it's nice for Avery to have a TV in her room as well. Not that she ever really stays in here to watch it, but what I am thinking is if she ever has a bad night where she isn't particularly upset or in pain or anything, but she is just not sleeping, not tired, I can put the TV on for her in her room and maybe get a few more hours of shut-eye. So yeah, that is our little TV switch around. Everyone has one now. Leopard, you got one in your room now. We are just waiting for Josh to get back now. I'm going to be feeding Avery in a minute. Everything is pretty much done for the evening. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pudding. That's just what I always wanted. Spit all down my dressing gown. Yeah, tomorrow, not much on. I need to pop to the doctor's to pick up Avery's prescriptions and carry on with home learning with Eli. I set him a task today. I was trying to figure out some exercises for him to do, and today I came up with something. So I had him choose a recipe from one of my recipe books, and then I had him write down a shopping list for that recipe, and then his task for tomorrow then is to go onto an online supermarket and tell me how much it would cost to buy all of the ingredients for that meal. I just think it's good practice for kind of life skills, I suppose. It's also a good kind of eye-opener for him to realise how much things cost, how much it costs to make a meal from scratch, because these days it's just not that cheap anymore. But yeah, just racking my brains for some activities for him because his appeal isn't for another 3 weeks, so need to keep him going. Anyway, we are done for the evening. Oh, I'm also making a different kind of lasagna tomorrow. A Nigella Lawson recipe, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah. But yeah, we're just gonna chill out for the night now, aren't we, Puds? Hey? Can you say night-night? Can you say night-night? Say good night. Morning guys, it is now Wednesday the 5th, so it's the day before Zach's birthday and I am going to get cracking on his cake. Today I'm just going to bake the cakes and then tomorrow I'll do all the filling and decorating and whatnot. I hope you enjoyed my little b-roll yesterday of our lasagna. It was different. It was Caribbean lasagna, I think it's called. It was from a Nigella Lawson recipe book. I love Nigella Lawson. But instead of using a white sauce, you actually use mozzarella, eggs and ham, which I thought was really different. Verdict was, I'm not sure if I liked that lasagna as much as a regular lasagna. However, I did really like how it looked when it came out. It was really thick, there was lots of layers, so I think I might just do my own variation next time, but use the same technique with kind of the amount of layers and the stacking and how it's cooked and everything, because it turned out really nice. My mum and dad are actually going to come and stay my birthday weekend, which is next month, so I'm thinking that might actually be a good meal for when they're there, because we've actually got loads of leftovers, so that will be Eli's lunch today. Anyway, the cake. So I was pondering this morning on whether I just make a regular 8-inch round cake. I was going to make a round 3-layer cake, but I thought to myself, 11 is probably one of the easiest cakes to make in number form. So I had a little chat with Josh this morning and we both think it might be a good idea to try and make a number 11 cake instead of a round cake. So I'll be using the same amount of ingredients, so the amount of cake will be the same. Essentially it will just be the shape of the cakes that will be different. I need to bake them in 2 parts, which is fine. I would have had to do that with 3-layer anyway, because I only had 2 cake tins. I've only got 1 loaf tin, so I'm just going to use a regular loaf tin and see how this goes. So I am making a chocolate cake. Definitely don't need to look at a recipe for this anymore. I feel like I've definitely made enough cakes over the last few years to know exactly how much I need in terms of ingredients. So I am just going to cream the butter and sugar. I definitely could have just mixed all of this by hand, but what I found is if I use the stand mixer to cream the butter and sugar, it fluffs it up a lot more than it would if I did it by hand, and I feel like you actually get a better rise because of it. So for each of the kind of loaves, I'm going to be using 190 grams of sugar and butter, and then I think I'm going to use 3 eggs, and then I think I will use 150 grams of flour and then 40 grams of cocoa powder. I feel like that will probably make the cake chocolatey enough. So I've already added in 1 egg because I think my butter might have been just a teeny weeny bit too firm, and because the volume isn't as much as say like a 8-inch cake if I was making 2 layers at a time, or a 6-inch cake, it wasn't really fluffing it up the way I wanted it to. So I'm just going to add the last 2 eggs now and then give it a really good whisk. That should hopefully fluff it up even more. It does curdle at this point a little bit, but it doesn't really matter, it all comes together when you add the dry ingredients anyway. I'm not going to bother sieving the flour because I find it really doesn't need it. I will sieve the cocoa powder though. Do this in stages because I don't want to overdo it with dry ingredients. What I found when you fluff up the butter and the eggs and everything in the stand mixer, instead of melting it like I do sometimes, which still makes a nice cake but it's a bit denser, the mixture tends to be a bit drier like this, a little bit harder to spread into the tin. So I just want to make sure I don't go over on my dry ingredients. Just going to stick with 180 I think with the dry ingredients. Again, just because I know the batter's going to be thicker anyway, it shouldn't make too much of a difference to the cake itself. So I'm just going to pop this on a low speed now. I'm going to finish mixing this by hand I think, just because I don't want to overwork the flour. I did just add in about half a teaspoon of baking powder as well, just because I've used a bit less flour and because I've kind of substituted with the cocoa powder. I want to make sure it still rises in the oven. The mixture is still quite thick, so I think I'm just going to add a tiny drop of milk. Never done that before, but let's see how it turns out. So that is what my mixture is looking like. It is still quite thick, but the milk just helped loosen it up a little bit. So I've got my loaf tin, already lined it, and I'm just gonna plop this in the loaf tin and then put it in the oven and then repeat the same process a second time. Okay, that is in. Now I've never baked in this oven before. Well, that's a lie. What I mean is I've never baked a cake. I've baked, you know, cookies and muffins. I've never baked an actual full cake. So I have followed just regular guidelines. I don't think this is a fan oven, so I've got it on 180. I will keep an eye on it and turn it down if I need to. Yeah, in my last oven I kept the temperature really low because I found that it burnt the cake if I didn't. So let's see how this goes.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun. she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So I finished the cake. Definitely not the best I've made. Probably one of the loudest. I'm okay with that. So here is what it looks like. I think you can definitely see that it's an 11. It kind of looks like Mr. Tumble threw up on it, I'm not gonna lie. But I think Zach will like it. So I was a little bit sneaky yesterday, and while one of the cakes was baking, I actually decided to whip up some caramel. So this is a chocolate caramel cake, and I can't wait to taste it. I do have an awful lot of cake cuttings to nibble on now, which is nice. I'm about to sort you guys' lunch out so you can have some of them as well. But yeah, I'm just going to pop the cake in the fridge, ready for Zach after school. I think my brother and sister-in-law are going to come over and sing happy birthday to Zach with us, which will be really, really nice. He loved his gifts. He was so over the moon with his phone, so pleased. He had some money, he had tons of cards, and now he's in school. Josh said I was harsh for sending him to school. on his birthday, but it is a school day and he'd already missed some with moving here, so I didn't want him to miss any more. Can't wait for our takeaway tonight, so looking forward to that. Josh is actually doing some gardening. He's got a little bit of time off work because he actually starts a new job on Monday, which I know he's looking forward to. It's a change of career as well for him, so excited for him. Yeah, I'm gonna get this cake in the fridge. In terms of plans for the rest of the day, Zach will probably want to play on his phone, like I said. Family coming over to sing happy birthday, he can have his cake and takeaway. And then that's it for the day. Saturday is a nice day planned. We have laser tag for the boys and we are going into town, but I'm probably not going to film that just because it's going to be a nice family day out. So I think this is probably where I'm going to end this vlog. I will leave Zach's Go Henry gift link down below like I did last year, just in case any of you wanted it. Quick update before I go, actually, Avery has her Botox next week. We've been waiting a long time for that, so I will pick you guys up next week, probably on Monday, and take you to the hospital with us for Avery's Botox. So with that said, I will see you guys then. Bye guys.